Good evening, Eagles Nation, and welcome to your go-to source for all things Philadelphia Eagles. Can you feel that electric buzz in the air? It's another Sunday in the city of brotherly love, and we're diving headfirst into the heart of Eagles football with a story that's got every fan talking. Picture this, the iconic Lincoln Financial Field, packed with 69,000 screaming fans belting out, "Fly, Eagles, fly." And yet, there's a question lingering. Can the Eagles' offensive line hold the line for the rest of this 2025 season? Let's break it down, because none other than Eagles legend Jason Kelce has some words of wisdom that'll fire you up. Now, let's get to the big news coming out of South Philly. The Eagles' offensive line, that bedrock of the team's success, has been under fire lately, and not the good kind of fire like when Jalen Hurts scrambles for a touchdown. Injuries, new faces, and a dip in performance have fans a bit on edge. But hold the phone. Jason Kelce, the heart and soul of this franchise for 13 incredible seasons, stepped up to the mic on 94 WIP and delivered a message that's got us all nodding in agreement. He said, and I quote, "I'm optimistic once these guys get healthy that it will get sorted." That's right, folks. The man who anchored the O-line during the Eagles' 2017 Super Bowl run isn't sweating the struggles just yet. So, what's going on with this unit, and why is Kelce so confident? Let's dive in. First, let's talk about the state of the Eagles' offensive line. For those new to the game, the offensive line is the group of 5 big guys up front. Think of them as the bodyguards protecting quarterback Jalen Hurts and opening lanes for running back Saquon Barkley to do his thing. When they're clicking, it's like a beautifully choreographed dance. But right now, it's been more like a dance with 2 left feet. The stats don't lie. The Eagles' O-line ranks dead last in several key categories this season, a far cry from their dominant days. And if that wasn't enough, the injury bug has sunk its teeth into this unit like a hungry linebacker chasing a loose ball. Starting center Cam Jurgens? He's out for this week's clash against the New York Giants. Pro Bowl guard Landon Dickerson? He's been battling ankle and back issues, barely practicing this week. And then there's the shake-up with new faces like Tyler Steen stepping in for Mekhi Becton, and Brett Toth gearing up for just his second start of the season in place of Jurgens. It's a lot to handle, even for a team as gritty as Philly. Now, let's zoom in on the performance issues. Saquon Barkley, the electrifying running back who joined the Eagles last season and turned heads with his 5.8 yards per carry, is hitting what some are calling a sophomore slump. This year, his average is down to a head-scratching 3.3 yards per carry. For context, that's like going from Usain Bolt to a leisurely jog. What's the deal? Well, when your offensive line is banged up and struggling to open holes, even a superstar like Barkley can't work his magic. It's like trying to drive a Ferrari through a traffic jam. And this week, the challenge gets even tougher. The Eagles face the Giants' fearsome pass rush, led by Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, and Kayvon Thibodeau, who already showed their teeth in Week 6, racking up 3 sacks and 7 tackles for loss in a 34-17 Giants victory. That's the kind of pressure that can make any quarterback sweat, let alone one with a patchwork O-line. But here's where Jason Kelce's optimism comes in, and let me tell you, it's like a shot of espresso for Eagles fans. Kelce, who retired in 2024 after a Hall of Fame-worthy career, knows a thing or two about trench warfare. This is the guy who snapped the ball to Nick Foles during that unforgettable Philly special play in Super Bowl 52, outsmarting the Patriots for the Eagles' first-ever championship. Kelce's not just a player. He's a student of the game, and he's got unshakable faith in offensive line coach Jeff Stoutland, widely regarded as one of the best in the business. Stoutland's nickname? The O-line Whisperer. Kelce's betting on Stoutland to work his magic and get this unit back to its dominant ways. 10 games left, Kelce said. Plenty of time to figure it out. And when you think about it, he's got a point. The Eagles are sitting at 4-3, right in the thick of the NFC East race, and a healthy O-line could be the key to a playoff push. Let's put this in historical context, because the Eagles' offensive line has long been the backbone of this team. Rewind to the days of Reggie White and the gangrene defense in the late 80s and early 90s. Back then, it was the defensive line stealing headlines, but the O-line was quietly setting the tone. Fast forward to the Andy Reid era with Donovan McNabb under center, and players like Tra Thomas and John Runyon were paving the way. In 2017, it was Kelce, Lane Johnson, and Brandon Brooks who formed a wall that let the Eagles bulldoze their way to Super Bowl glory. Compare that to today, where Lane Johnson remains a rock at right tackle, but the unit's depth is being tested like never before. Statistically, the Eagles' O-line allowed just 1.8 sacks per game last season, one of the best marks in the NFL. This year, they're hovering around 3.2, a concerning jump. But here's the flip side. The Eagles still rank in the top half of the league in time of possession, thanks to their ability to control the clock with Hurts' dual-threat style and Barkley's potential for big plays. So, what's the game plan moving forward? Let's break it down tactically. For those who love the X's and O's, the Eagles' offense thrives on a run-pass option (RPO) system, where Hurts reads the defense and decides whether to hand off to Barkley or keep it himself. A strong O-line is critical here. It needs to create running lanes while giving Hurts time to make those split-second decisions. Without Jurgens, the communication at the line of scrimmage could be shaky, as the center is like the quarterback of the O-line, calling out protections. Brett Toth, stepping in, has big shoes to fill, but he's got the pedigree, having trained under Stoutland's watchful eye. The key will be how well Toth and Steen gel with veterans like Johnson and Jordan Mailata, the Aussie sensation who's become one of the NFL's top left tackles. Against the Giants, expect the Eagles to lean on quick passes and misdirection plays to neutralize that pass rush. If they can protect Hurts and give Barkley just a sliver of daylight, we could see a breakout game. Now, let's bring in a fictional perspective to spice things up. Imagine we caught up with Jalen Hurts after practice. Here's what he might say. "Look, I trust my guys up front. We've got warriors like Lane and Jordan, and the young bucks like Tyler and Brett are stepping up. It's not about one game, it's about the grind, and we're built for it." Or picture a fired-up Eagles fan at a South Philly cheesesteak joint, saying, "Yo, I ain't worried. Kelce says we're good, and I trust Jason. We're gonna smash the Giants and get back to rolling." That's the pulse of this city, resilient, passionate, and always ready for a fight. What about the bigger picture? With 10 games left, the Eagles are in a dogfight in the NFC East. The Dallas Cowboys, their arch-rivals, are lurking, and the Washington Commanders have surprised everyone with their young quarterback. The Giants, despite their Week 6 win, are inconsistent, so this weekend's matchup is a golden opportunity for Philly to make a statement. A win could boost their record to 5-3 and keep them in the driver's seat for a playoff spot. Looking ahead, the schedule doesn't get easier. Matchups against the Chiefs, Ravens, and a rematch with Dallas loom large. If the O-line can't get healthy and find its rhythm, it could derail the Eagles' postseason hopes. But if Kelce's right, and let's be real, he usually is, a mid-season turnaround could set the stage for a deep playoff run, maybe even a return to the Super Bowl stage for the first time since 2022. Let's sprinkle in some Eagles trivia to keep the vibes high. Did you know the "Fly Eagles Fly" chant started back in the 1930s, when the team was founded? It's evolved into one of the NFL's most iconic fight songs, belted out after every touchdown at the Link. And speaking of history, let's not forget Brian Dawkins, the legendary safety whose fiery pre-game speeches still give fans goosebumps. Dawkins once said, "You gotta bring that dog mentality every week." That's the spirit the O-line needs right now. Channel that Weapon X energy and protect the nest. Pop culture connection. Picture this. The Eagles' struggles are like Rocky Balboa taking a few punches in the first round against Apollo Creed. They're down, but they're not out. Just like Rocky trained on the streets of Philly, this O-line is grinding under Stoutland's guidance, ready to come out swinging. And in a city that loves its underdog stories, from Rocky to the 2017 Super Bowl, the Eagles' O-line could write the next chapter. So, what's next for Eagles Nation? Circle this Sunday on your calendar, because the Birds are heading to MetLife Stadium to face the Giants. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Eastern, and you know Philly fans will be out in full force, turning that stadium green. Will the O-line step up? Can Saquon break loose? Will Jalen Hurts outduel the Giants' pass rush? We'll be watching every snap, and you should too. Head over to our channel for live reactions, post-game breakdowns, and exclusive interviews. And don't forget to follow us on X for real-time updates. Let's get those "Fly Eagles Fly" posts trending. Eagles Nation, this is our time. The road's been bumpy, but like Jason Kelce said, there's no need to panic. This team's got heart, grit, and a whole lot of fight left. So, grab your green gear, crank up that fight song, and let's soar together. Fly, Eagles, fly.